right, so this is Wat Phnom behind me, and I believe this is one of the only hills here in Phnom Penh, and apparently there's a big clock that's worth seeing there, and I'm meeting Steve, who lives in Ho Chi Minh City here. I just met him yesterday, and he stopped by my hotel, and yeah, surprise, a viewer found me. So anyway, having a bit of coconut right here. It's okay. I think the coconuts in Thailand are sweeter. Interesting finches right there. Pretty little birds. How is life wearing a Rolex in Cambodia? Well, it's not bad. I mean, it's different. It's a different experience than, say, wearing a Rolex in Japan. All right, well, first of all, I keep it on all the time. When I shower, when I sleep, I mean, it just stays on my wrist. So I really appreciate having an oyster that I can screw down the crown, and, you know, it's just a safety thing. I just shower with it. It just doesn't come off. I don't even have to think about it. I really appreciate that. Appreciate having the date on it, you know, keeping track of when I leave. And, you know, Japan is only 2 hours different than Cambodia, but it's still nice having the visual confirmation of what time it is in Japan. So it's been a great travel watch. But I've got to say, there are no other Rolexes here, and so I feel like it's almost just overkill for the country. I mean, it's just a more expensive watch than pretty much every single person around you has, and so for that reason, I look down, and it's almost like it doesn't make a lot of sense here. So, you know, I suppose if you live in a country like Japan and in Tokyo, where, you know, literally you'll see probably a dozen to half a dozen, if not more, Rolexes in an afternoon in Tokyo, and so it doesn't feel strange to have one on. Here, it feels strange to have one on. I got to be honest. It feels like just too much watch for the culture, and I don't know that if I lived here, I would be into Rolexes. I mean, it's weird for me to say that, but it's just like, it's too over the top. And for that reason, I don't know. It's like I haven't looked down and thought, wow, I'm enjoying this Rolex. I mean, I look down and I'm happy it's performing well, and it's allowing me to keep time, and yeah, it's doing a great job, but it's just, yeah, it's almost like too much for the culture. I don't know. Anyway, kind of weird, but when, you know, when the watches around you are more everyday usable pieces, you know, you look down at something like this, and perhaps it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know. All right. Yeah, the reason I'm here is to check out this gigantic clock. Let's go see that now. All right, so this is Wat Phnom in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and we like horological things. Check out this massive clock. Now, usually when you find clocks this big, it doesn't have a second hand, but this has your hour hand, your minute hand, and that second hand, which is taken away. So credit to this big clock for having the second hand. All right, so it's got a 369 dial, and according to this, it's about 5/16, I'd say. So is it accurate? Well, it's a little slow, because it's technically 5:20, pretty much 5:20 on the dot. So interesting. I wonder what powers this clock. Kind of cool. All right, so big clock here at Wat Phnom in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. All right, Steve has arrived. How's it going?
I've been kind of sick.
Yeah? All right. Hope it's nothing serious.
No, I'm feeling a little better right now.
All right, yeah. So you're in from...
We need a quick wristwatch check.
We do, I think so. All right, so they know what I have. What do you have?
The Orient.
You got the Orient. All right, let's check the Orient out. First, we gotta ask you about your watch philosophy. All right, maybe we'll do that a little bit later.
Less is more.
Less is more. I think I'm coming to realize that as well.
A lot of videos coming out these days on the watch channels about one watch collections, and I've just got one traditional stainless steel diver and 5 Casios.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel that less is more for me as well. So what should we check out first? Should we go up there or check out the clock first? The clock? All right, let's go check out the clock. All right, guys.
Slightly oversized. Once you can get used to this, I think that you won't have any problem with any watch under 50 millimeters.
Yeah, that'll cure you of it. Perfect for pilots.
Look at that smooth sweeping second hand.
That's right, look at that. So you were saying it's electrical and belt driven.
Yeah, I saw
yeah, that would make
motor and a
sense.
belt under that. Look at the patina on that handset.
Yeah, that is certainly some patina. That's interesting. You can actually see the
paint coming right off.
Yeah, well, you can see the paint. You can also see the movement of the minute hand. I mean, it's very slow, but
notice the misalignment a la Seiko SKX.
Yeah.
Some
quality control issues.
Slight quality control issues.
Oh, whoa. Did you see that?
What?
I think it sort of took a break on that minute hand for a minute.
It's quivering.
The second hand. That was odd. Could be Seiko, but not GS.
There we go again. See?
Yeah, there. Wow, it just slides over the minute hand. Yeah, it needs a service. I wonder when this was made. I mean, it looks decades old. And it's kind of interesting, they point it up. Like, I mean, it is sort of pointed towards the sky. It's not very...
Looking up, and it's facing north.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're driving down the street, you can tell what time it is. But still, if it was angled a little bit better. But maybe they can. I mean, it is a hill after all. All right, cool.
You got that after you got the F94, eh?
Yeah, I think I got the F91 first and then the F94. Oh, here you go. You're gonna check this out. Do you see a lot of Rolexes in Vietnam?
There was one guy that came to the hostel next to mine and he had a Rolex GMT.
Oh yeah? Pre-ceramic or?
Put that on.
All right.
Oh look, you got the same thing on your wrist. Even worse than mine.
Yeah, I always get it. I'm kind of used to it. All right, cool. So Orient, and this is a Ray.
Ray 2.
A Ray 2, okay. And so you said this has hacking?
Yeah, the Ray 2 and the Mako 2 have hacking and hand winding.
And a screw-down crown.
And a screw-down crown like the Ray 1 and the Mako 1, but it is lacking the extra pusher.
Uh-huh. So 120 clicks.
Yeah. And everything lines up.
Yeah, and yeah, my Orient does as well, which is nice. And so this is a black dialed watch.
Yeah, I got the black dial. They didn't have the blue dial. It was half off.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, after 3 years of watching these videos on the Ray, the Seiko SKX, and the Citizen, this was so much cheaper than either of the other two, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I really like my Orient, and yeah, mine actually is pretty accurate these days. Just kind of fell into some nice accuracy. When I got it, it was something like 20 minutes. Well, no, sorry, 20 seconds fast a day.
Right, I was wearing mine 24 hours a day, and it was 17 seconds a day. Now I'm wearing it about 12 hours a day, and it's down to 6. So
okay, so plus 6.
I think it's getting more accurate.
Okay, that's nice.
if I leave it crown up, it doesn't gain any time. Maybe a second every 2 or 3 days.
That's great. All right.
So when I set it down in the evening, I set it crown up. It fits perfectly.
Yours, were we just about the same size?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? Could you do a white dialed watch?
Oh yeah. So this is the one that has the second-hand polish.
Yes, yeah, the third-party polish, that's right. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of my Blue Mako. I think the bracelet's a little bit different. It's got the center links have that. There's like polished bits on the sides.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's new. That's a little bit more fancy.
Oh, the Ray 1 might have had that as well. If the Mako doesn't.
Yeah, mine doesn't. But the bezel action felt pretty much identical to mine. And that's interesting. We've got about the same wrist size. I think yours might be a little bit smaller because this feels a little bit tight. Does that feel all right? Perfect?
It's pretty loose.
Yeah.
On the right, it's really about the same though. I tend to wear my watch on the right wrist, even though it's got extra slack, because just the tiniest bit of sweat makes it just stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And when I wear it on the left wrist, I get a lot more like tire tread pattern.
Uh-huh.
So I'm always alternating. If I get hot, I've worn it for a couple hours, I'll move it over.
All right. And so how long have you had this Orient?
I've had it for about 5 months.
5 months, all right.
And I've
And
worn it every day. It's never stopped.
okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've never had issues with mine stopping as well. I've had issues with that as far as Vostocks go. Have you done a Vostok?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this is a much
I like,
better.
I like that new red one.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
The Commandeersky with the red.
Oh, yeah?
For some reason, the red just looks so good to me, to my eye. You know,
Yeah, I
there's
think
a
this
thousand
is
different reds.
right. I think this is a much better watch, much more dependable. I've had a lot of luck with my Orient, but a lot of unlucky Vostocks. So, but you know, they're kind of fun, and for something like $60, you know, this is a sub $200 watch, and so you know you probably should expect more than Vostok has to offer. But
I got it for about $150, which
Uh-huh.
is normal. Apparently, in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City, it would have been around $300.
yeah.
Watches are a little more expensive.
Mm-hmm. And so,
in Ho Chi
can
Minh
you
City.
find real Rolexes at all there?
Oh yeah, there's a Rolex shop.
Yeah.
They've got 3 on display, and then they said you have to go to the Rex Hotel and buy it through them,
All right.
because I think maybe they want to sell it to a high roller, some kind of a whale.
Okay. Yeah.
If
somebody
you-
who buys
if you're
something
someone
else with it. Yeah.
Of real substance, then they'll sell you a Rolex.
Okay. All right.
But
And so, what is your? You say less is more. Do you have any watch purchases that you're looking towards?
no, I was considering trying the SKX as well, but
Uh-huh.
there's one important reason why I won't do that, because a mechanical automatic watch needs you to wear it, otherwise it'll stop.
Right.
And if I've got 2 watches, then it's going to be taking up too much wrist time. I'll be wearing a watch on each wrist sometimes, and I'd rather just move the one from one wrist to the other,
Right.
and not worry about whether it's getting enough charge or not.
Yeah. But the good thing is you can wind this.
Also-
Whereas mine, you had to sort of do that shuffle.
But I only wind it by accident when I'm putting the crown back in. That's the only time I ever wind it.
Yeah, but that's something I really appreciate, because you know if you can wind it, then you can go back and forth. You know, just every day wind the watch. But it is a hassle holding it in your hand and doing the shuffle.
As far as the hacking goes, I don't mind as long as I can pseudo hack,
Yeah. Oh, pseudo hack, meaning the.
just turning the crown backwards.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Just and.
That's
yeah.
fine with me.
Yeah. I do that as well. I don't know if it's good for the watch, but you know, $150 watch, I'm sure it's not going to break it.
I think the one watch, I'm not really a one watch guy, because the Casio F91 is really the one watch, the first and last watch, the Alpha and the Omega of watches. The watch you'll get as a kid, and it's the last watch you'll have when you don't maybe you don't care about watches, or the day you die. That's all you need.
Yeah. Well, many Casios, you could say that about it. like my go-to Indian snack in Phnom Penh, a beer and papad and some vegetable pakora, which I hit the chutneys hard, especially the mint chutney. I mean, this stuff is to die for. I could drink it. I could drink salsa. I love sauces. This is the Indian stuff you drink with this. It's often served with beer. But yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, just amazing stuff. Better than beer and that. Wow. Anyway. All right, excellent. My stuff is here. All right, guys. Look at that. How good does that look? Excellent. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, while I digest my pakoras, I think I'm going to stop by this street and just see what kind of weirdness can be found in Phnom Penh. All right, well, okay, so you're very pretty. Huh? You're very pretty.
Yes.
And you're up for a beer?
Beer.
Okay.
Yeah, a drink.
Are you a ladyboy?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Hi. All right. Very, very pretty. All right. Take care. Okay. All right. Take care.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later. Okay. All right. Yeah. Bye. Yeah.
A drink, yeah?
All right, guys. So behind me is Tokyo Bar. Hey, man, that's perfect for homesickness. Tokyo Bar. Let's have some well, Tokyo experiences. All right, guys. So having a beer here, and yeah, I still feel a bit homesick. It doesn't remind me of my family, my daughters, my life in Japan. I guess it could remind me of some weird life, alternative life in Japan. But yeah, anyway. Interesting. Hi. I'm famous. Come and be in my video. I'll make you a star. Hi, girls. Come on over. All right, maybe not. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, I guess this is part of the Southeast Asian experiences. Yeah. What can I say about it? Yeah. Interesting. Well, I will say this. You can ask these girls some of the most fucked up questions, and they don't even bat an eyelash. You know. Let's check this place out behind me.